everyone, hope we're all doing really well. Today I'm coming at you with a brand new video, and this one is going to be about the 2 books that absolutely changed my life. No cappuccino. But before we get into it, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you never miss a video of mine again. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So I always hear people say, oh my god, this book changed my life. Oh my god, this book changed my life. And I've read many books in the year of 2020, undoubtedly because of coronavirus. These are the 2 books that absolutely changed my mindset on a lot of things, on everything basically, changed my life. And these 2 books are How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. You have heard of this one for sure. And The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. Let me get into the 5-second rule because I'm sure you guys have heard about How to Win Friends and Influence People, and if you haven't, stick around. Obviously, we have all developed like the theory that everything that you want comes out of your comfort zone. Until you actually go out and do the thing that you want to do, it's not going to happen. For example, if you want a job, you're unable to get one until you go through the interview process. And if you have social anxiety, you may not be able to get through the interview process because you're so scared. But what this book says basically is that you're going to be scared anyways, and you should count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and like a rocket, just launch up, make your body and whatever it is that you need to do, just do it in practicality without thinking about it. Now, I have previously mentioned this book in my How to Face Your Fears in 5 Seconds, and you can watch that up above. I did skydiving for the first time, and I actually had vertigo. Like, I'm terrified of heights, but I didn't even think about it, and I booked it and I just jumped out, and it happened to be, you know, the most exhilarating thing of my life. Think of the thing that is scaring you the most to do. Like, for example, if it's flying, right? You're going to be scared nevertheless. You're going to be scared while you're on the plane. You're going to be scared, you know, 10 minutes before you board. You know, for example, rappers, right? They've been rapping, they've been performing all of their lives for 10 years, but a lot of them, most of them say that they are still just as nervous as they were, you know, the first day. Gary Vaynerchuk says that he's nervous, and he's been doing this for years and years and years, like going on stages and talking to people. Mel Robbins said the same thing. She's always constantly nervous, but you can't let that get in the way of your dreams and your passions and what you want to do. Same thing as like walking over to a cute girl in the bar. If you are so scared of doing that, that is amazing, because that shows that that is what you want in your life. Like, you're putting it up on a pedestal, yes, which is not a very good thing, but nevertheless, it is showing and giving you proof that that is something that is very important to you, to your soul, to your life's purpose. It's up to the girl to say yes or no, but at least you knew that you tried everything that you possibly could in order to get that. Putting up TikTok videos, it's something that's scary. You might be like shaking as you're doing it, but if you know deep down that that is something that like your heart sings for, your soul sings for, something that you want. Sorry, I know I'm corny sometimes, I don't care. I'm gonna be corny, I'm gonna be cheesy, because it's fact. This is literally the best thing that has happened to me in terms of reading a book. Again, I've read this in my other video, but it is just so important and so phenomenal. The 5-second rule: the moment you have an instinct to act on a goal, you must 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and physically move, or your brain will stop you. Like, don't even think, literally just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and up. I also started like messaging people that I really wanted to learn from, that I was like really scared of, you know, reaching out to, and without thinking about it. For example, I reached out to the head of video of News Corp just to learn from her, and I love learning from different people. I just did it and left it and moved on to the next thing, right? And she replied within like 24 hours, and we actually went and got a coffee together, and she gave me very insightful information. The only thing that's stopping you basically is fear. So the next book is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, and this is actually written in the 1930s. Yes, a very long time ago, but if you are a watcher of personal development YouTube videos like I am, you will know this book probably from like front to back, because every single person talks about it. This channel name talks about it all of the freaking time. He made a specific video about it, which is how I actually came to find it, even though my mom has been obsessed with this book. When I told her like, oh, I'm obsessed with this book, she's like, what are you talking about? Like, I have been following the rules of this book my entire life. And I'm just like, wait. And it like all came back to me. I'm like, she really has. What I absolutely love about this book is that every single other book does not say what this book says. And it's basically just like, don't think about yourself. Like, be utterly selfless no one gives a crap about you. In order to get friends or connect with someone, build relationships, is to care, genuinely care about the other person. Once you genuinely care, you're going to be asking genuine questions that pertains to them. When you're genuinely curious about another human being, it just comes naturally to you. Ask questions. There's so much judgment out there in the world, so we tend to think that, oh, like, I'm so cool, I need to show myself off that I'm so cool, and then like that's when people will like me. No, like, people might think about you for a second, as I always say, but they're always concerned about themselves. Someone might not have someone to talk to about their problems, and them complaining for like one little second about their day probably made their entire week, like if you just sat there and listened. So listening also was like a huge thing in this book. All you should do, like if you want connection, is be silent and not talk, and just let someone tell you stuff, like pour themselves out to you. And I thought that you had to do this by asking certain questions and getting really close to someone and becoming best friends with them. But no, if you literally emit this sort of energy where you're welcoming and you're listening and you're genuinely looking at the person and you're like, yes, I'm interested, like I'm interested in your life, like what you have to say, they will literally like outpour things to you, and that will make them feel closer to you, and there will be a deeper connection. So just listening to someone else and asking questions based on what they were saying is such a huge, big thing. There's really like deep concepts in there that on the surface you read the book once and you're like, oh yeah, great, these are just rules. But like if you really think about it, it really delves into like human psychology. If someone treated me like that, I'm like, I'm all yours, like you are my best friend. The soul of the book is like, everyone wants to be loved, everyone wants to be heard, and so if you show people that like, I'm here to listen to you, I'm here for you, that's when you connect with other people. Business and friendships and connections is all tied into one, because it's all just human interaction. If you're empathetic to someone, if you're understanding, you can even grow your business by being super empathetic and understanding people, because this is the cliche, but it's true. Like, you can get stuck on numbers, but ultimately it's all about talking to humans and, you know, being empathetic and understanding. If you have not read any of those books, I highly recommend. Like I said before, I have read so many books and they were amazing, great, some were not, some were amazing, the best, but these two, like, I will never forget, and I will keep on constantly rereading. I hope that this brought some value to your day, to your life. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.